the show. That definitely makes me happy, probably makes these trainers happy, and if the trainers are happy, it tends to make these dolphins more excited. So keep that energy up for sure. Okay, so I'm inviting you all to help me out with a bit of research. Now, if anyone's panicking right now thinking, geez, I didn't bring that microscope, but I certainly didn't bring my lab coat with me here, don't you worry, we're going to be doing a different type of research. We're going to be observing today. So all you need are those beautiful eyes and those cameras to help me out with some observation. Now, what are we observing? Well, we're observing 3 beautiful animals, and to help us with this observation, we have 2 wonderful trainers. We have Sherry and Leonora here today, and right now we have Spinnaker. Spinnaker is our only male here at the aquarium, showing us that he can do some pretty high leaps, pretty impressive. However, he's not to be outdone by our lovely ladies, Helen and Hannah, showing us that they're definitely giving him a run for his money. Okay, so with the name of the show, it suggests that we are researching dolphins today. But what kind of dolphins? Because there are around 40 different types of dolphin and porpoise around the world. And about 11 of those can be found right off the coast of BC. So we should probably take a closer look and try and figure that out. Okay, so by looking at that beautiful coloration and that beautiful torpedo-shaped bodies indicates to me that we are researching Pacific white-sided dolphins. Pacific white-sided dolphins can be found, as the name suggests, in the Pacific, so you can find them off the coast of California, all the way across to Alaska, and all the way over to the coast of Japan. These animals are very well known for being fast, social, and incredibly acrobatic animals, as you just saw there. Okay, so researchers to study these animals used to have to travel very long distances to see them, as they used to be what we called an open ocean animal. But in the last 30 or so years, they have mysteriously come closer to our shores. Now, the reason why is still unknown, and it keeps our scientists scratching our heads, but it definitely keeps us very excited, because that means we get a closer look and we get to learn a little bit more about these fantastic animals. So throughout the show, you'll be getting some pretty good looks at these animals just like this. However, when we are out in the ocean, you generally don't see dolphins like this, because that would mean that they're levitating, and that is a little bit bizarre on its own. But usually all you get to see are those dorsal fins. Now, scientists have discovered something interesting about the dorsal fins. Each dorsal fin is unique to every individual, so you're able to identify the difference between each and every one, just like our fingerprints are individual to us. So let's have a look at these dolphins' dorsal fin and see whether we can tell the difference between them. Spinnaker has the most grey or white on his dorsal fin, Hannah's is the most triangular there, and Helen's is the most curved or sharp. Alright, so we know we're studying Pacific white-sided dolphins, and we know the difference between our dolphins, so let's keep researching and discover the role that they play in the ocean's food web. Now, these dolphins play the role of both predator and prey. On the predator side of things, all you have to do to know that is to look inside of their mouths. If you've got a keen eye, you may notice anywhere from 80 to 120 cone-shaped teeth. Now, they are called catching teeth. You may have noticed our dolphins are not chewing their food, they're swallowing them whole. But dolphins are capable of eating larger fish such as salmon. But I'm curious, dolphins, do you think you could swallow a salmon whole? No, I did not think so. Now, of course, they're not actually answering my question, but they are demonstrating to you how they can rip apart that salmon into smaller, more dolphin-friendly pieces. Alright, so we know these dolphins are fabulous predators, but what about the prey side of things? Because they are pretty high up on the food chain, but there are a few that are even higher. So in that case, they need to defend themselves, and they have a few defense mechanisms for that. The first defense that they have is that beautiful coloration. Again, they are dark on the top and light on the underside, and that is a coloration called counter shading. It is a type of camouflage. When these dolphins are swimming, you may notice it's pretty hard to detect them underwater. That is, that dark top helps them blend in with the bottom of the ocean. Now, on the flip side, that lovely white underside helps them blend in with the sky above, if you're having a look at them above you. Alright, but even with that wonderful camouflage, there are still some predators out there that can find them, and I need your help to help me identify these predators. This one is big, it's black, it's white, it is a dolphin itself. What is it? It's an orca or a killer whale. So Spinnaker is demonstrating to you what he could do to get away from a killer whale. These dolphins can swim to speeds up to 35 kilometers an hour. Now, if they can't outswim them, they can still rely on that orcas. Now I'm thinking of another predator. It can also be rather large. It has a mouthful of teeth. Sometimes it can go through up to 30,000 teeth in a lifetime. Spielberg made a movie about these animals. Sharks, that's right. Now sharks are pretty scary, but these dolphins are able to fight back. The pointy bit on the front of their face is almost the bit that's touching the trainer's hand right there, is called a rostrum, and it is as hard as a baseball bat. So Spinnaker's going to show you what he can do to that scary, scary ball in the water. He can use that magnificent speed and incredible accuracy to ram into that shark and show it what's what. Now they also have another hard part of their body, and that is their tail or their fluke. I don't know about you, but if I was a shark and I got that in my face, I'd definitely be reconsidering my meal choice for that day. Okay, so we have killer whales, we have sharks, but there's something that's even a bigger threat to these dolphins out in the ocean. And I don't mean to alarm you, but you are surrounded by these creatures. What do you think I'm talking about? Humans, that's right. So humans can have a very positive effect on our animals and our oceans, but on occasions we can have a negative effect as well. And these three beautiful animals are living and breathing examples of what can go wrong. If you take a close look at them, you may have noticed some scars on their bodies. So each of these individuals were actually caught in fishing nets off the coast of Japan, as you can see with Helen there. Now that is a sad story, but it's okay. They got rescued, they were rehabilitated, and now they're here at the Vancouver Aquarium, where they serve as great ambassadors to other dolphins like them out in the oceans. They remind us that every day we can do things and make choices to make the ocean a safer place for these animals, such as sustainable seafood choices, where we can make sure there aren't large nets out in the oceans catching dolphins and other animals as well. Alright, so these dolphins have been fabulous examples in helping us research a lot about Pacific white-sided dolphins and the roles they play. So I think we should take maybe another look at these fabulous animals. Once again, we have Spinnaker, our only male. He's in his earliest 20s and he's pretty impressive with leaps like that. Our other dolphins are Helen. She's also in her early 20s. So we do have two females. We have Spinnaker, Helen, and Hannah. Hannah is our youngest one. She does some pretty impressive jobs as well. So on behalf of myself, the trainers, and our three beautiful dolphins, I want to say thank you very much for joining us here at the Vancouver Aquarium. It seems as though we've come to the tail end of our show. For those of you that have any questions about our dolphins or sustainable seafood, once again, my name is Paula and I'll make myself available to answer those questions right here on this bridge. I will also be joined by a trainer at some stage once they're done with their session. Enjoy the rest of your day.